The room where Lev and Thea are playing trampoline on the sofa, hit by a Russian projectile at the beginning of the full-scale invasion in February 2022. Fortunately, the family managed to leave before the attack.
We went to the nearby village Moshchin. It was the first day of the war, and the local airport was nearby. We heard explosions both day and night. It was so loud.
The family managed to get to the relative safety of western Ukraine. Then Larissa and the children fled to Poland. She says each of the children reacted differently to the stress of the moment.
My youngest daughter was 2 years old, and she was not very aware of what was happening. My middle son was very afraid. He was 6 at the time, and he could not even sleep, and the eldest closed in on himself.
The middle son, Lev, did not sleep well and developed anxiety.
It was not only the fear of loud noises. He became afraid of the sight of blood. With every scratch, he asked me if everything would be all right with him.
Anxiety is the most common complaint at the Voices of Children charitable foundation, which provides psychological support to children suffering from the war.
OCD symptoms may appear, doing some kind of rituals that seem to ensure that everything will be okay. The child may bite his lips or pick his nails, washing hands so often that the skin is damaged.
The foundation staff say it is often difficult for children to socialize, so they have special arts classes like this one, where children create stories.
Many are internally displaced children who recently moved to Kyiv and studied online before. At the first meeting, one girl from Kharkiv couldn't come to the class and mostly stayed in the corridor. It took her about 2 hours to join us.
44% of Ukraine's children show signs of post-traumatic stress disorder, according to a UNICEF-sponsored study.
More children with PTSD symptoms are from the regions where hostilities occurred or that were under occupation. Among symptoms are intrusive thoughts and avoidance behavior, where a child says, "I won't go to school. I remember that there were troops stationed there."
Larissa decided to visit a psychologist when she realized that her son Lev was becoming completely different from his former self. But she says it turned out she needed help as well.
I transferred all my worries to the children, and mostly it affected my middle son. A psychologist said Lev has so many fears and has stopped trusting even me.
Working with a specialist helped both Lev and Larissa. But Yana says the family realized they all needed to return home. Their city was unoccupied, their apartment restored.
There is no right solution, but we decided that the family must be together, so we came back because of our dad. The children needed him.
Larissa says she realizes a moment of crisis can return at any time, but she now has an action plan to help her children deal with stress, or what help to turn to if she cannot cope on her own. Lesia Bakalets, VUN News, Kyiv.